Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm Shannie and this is Shannie Says. This channel is dedicated to adulting, basically adulting 101, and our main goal is to basically grow through life successfully together. So if you're interested in those types of videos, I hope you decide to stick around. I hope you subscribe, and if you subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell button below so that you're notified whenever I post a video. So I just wanted to come on here very quickly to kind of give some encouragement and even share a few tips if I'm able to. As we all know, this pandemic that the world is now facing is affecting everyone. Families all over the world are being affected in terms of financial statuses. Persons are laid off temporarily from their jobs. Some persons may even be laid off permanently. You have businesses who can't open because everybody's in isolation. It's affecting persons emotionally, mentally. Everyone deals with situations in a different way, and you have some persons that may be mentally stronger than others. However, it's going to take a toll on us all in some way, form, or fashion. Just to give a few updates of where I am at. Here in the Bahamas, we're on a 24-hour isolation. We can't come out of our houses, but it's only for essential things, like we have to go to the doctor or maybe the pharmacy that we really need something, or the food store. That within itself can bring a lot of anxiety, and some persons, like I said earlier, are laid off from their jobs. Some persons don't have any savings, so they're like, where am I going to get money from? How am I going to pay my bills? Now obviously you have governments around the world that are trying their best to help persons by either giving out money weekly, bi-weekly to help families, persons who have loans. Banks are out here trying to help us all out by saying, don't worry about the next 3 months, or we can make a plan. It's just crazy, guys. There's so many different factors that play a role in all of this, and it happened kind of, I don't want to say out of the blue, but it still feels like it was out of the blue. There are a lot of persons who weren't able to catch themselves from the hurricane that just passed last year. There are some persons who may not have been affected by the hurricane, but they were already under some hard times financially, and now to have to find money to sustain yourself for whatever amount of months that this may go on for, it's a lot. I'm pretty sure that this pandemic is even having an effect on persons spiritually. There may be persons who are questioning their faith in God. Does God really exist? Is He even going to help His people? And I can't come on here and convince anyone to believe in God or anything. I still believe in God. I still believe that He's going to get us through this. Now, I'm not going to get all deep and try to force my opinions and my belief on everyone. However, I will say, be encouraged, everyone. If you believe in prayer, continue to pray, continue to put your trust in God, and believe that He will get us through this. No matter what we're faced with right now, He's going to get us through this. For those of us that may still have income coming in, whether you're working remotely from home or you have an online business, so you're still basically getting some form of income, try not to go crazy. Spend intelligently. Don't just go out and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. I mean, I know food may or may not go to waste per se, but try to spend intelligently. Try to save your money, because you don't know how long this is going to last. And try to be your brother's keeper. If you know someone that's in need and you're able to assist them, you don't know when it could be your turn and you may need assistance from someone else. So let's try to be our brother's keepers. And I know a few videos ago I mentioned that I was on this savings challenge and that this is going to be the year to save, 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 save. And I know a lot of persons probably wanted to join into that. They probably set a lot of goals at the beginning of this year, but although this is our reality right now, 2020 isn't over as yet, and we still have hope. We still can have faith in the rest of the year. I know it may not look bright right now, but you never know how this can all turn around for our better, for our good. So continue to do whatever you can. Obviously, if you need to spend money to sustain your family, you go ahead and do that. That's priority for right now. You can't worry too much about the future. However, try not to give up hope. Try to sit down, use the time that you have in isolation to plan out that business that you always wanted to start. Think of ways that you can tweak the business that you have now where you remain relevant, or that you can be able to help others. Just work on all of the projects that you've been procrastinating and putting aside. Keep on working towards your dreams and your goals. This is the time to sit down and probably spend some time with God, spend some time with your family. How many of us have been going and going and going, working, school, all kind of different things, and we don't have time to spend with our family. We don't have time to really work on the things that matter the most to us. So now I feel as though, although all of these negatives have come from this pandemic, there are still a few positive things that came out of it in terms of spending time with your family, spending time with your spouse if you don't have kids, just being able to sit down and meditate on what is really important. I mean, this honestly, guys, this pandemic is a prime example as to why it's so important to save up for a rainy day. And sometimes we may not have really understood it growing up, but now we can kind of get it. You should always be saving for a rainy day because you never know when that day is going to come. You never know when something is going to happen and you're going to need to pinch off of your savings or your emergency funds or whatever it is. So this just shows how important it is, even more than ever, to think about your future and to save for your future and to really put into perspective what matters. When we all get over this hurdle and this hump and these trials and tribulations from this pandemic, let's try to keep some of the new habits that we kind of developed, whether it was forced on us or not. Let's try to cook more instead of going out so that we can save money. Let's try to budget more and save more when we finally get some income coming back into our family. Let's try to spend more time with our families even after all of this is done and learn to cherish each other more because we don't know how long we have each other in our lives. Maybe this shows us that we can actually live off just the essentials when we go to the grocery store. I mean, nothing is wrong with picking up those treats here and there. So, treat yourself and enjoy life. However, this is kind of showing us that, okay, I can actually live off the essentials. I can kind of have a simple life and not really die from it, So all of these habits that we were kind of forced into, maybe they're not such a bad thing. Maybe we can carry this out into our daily living as we continue on after all of this is over. And like I said earlier, I know 2020 so far has been hella rough for a lot of us, and it's probably going to continue to be a bit more rough for some more than others. However, let's try to find a way to turn it around. We can still have faith that things will turn around. It may not turn around 2020, but you may see a peak in beginning of 2021, So let's try our best to look at the bright side of things. Let's try to stay positive. Let's try to find ways that we can get through this now and also ways that we can make life better for ourselves as we come out of this. So hopefully this video isn't just me rambling and it made some form of sense. Hopefully I was able to encourage somebody out there. I just wanted to check in with everybody. Just be safe out there. Follow the rules that the government have put in place to try to keep us all safe. I'm going to continue to pray for everybody, and like I said, continue to be safe, continue to be your brother's keeper wherever you can, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.